Sorry this is very short and a bit sketchy. I'm just trying to crack on and get it done. When you're messing about with camera angles and messing about with YouTube and filming, everything just takes so much longer. Hello everybody, Speed from WAUK. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already pressed that like button, press that like, because this is going to be quite a lengthy video and I guarantee you're going to forget towards the end. So if you'd like to give me a thumbs up and press that like, I'd really appreciate it. Right, so as mentioned in a former video, probably a few videos back now, but yeah, we're going to start refurbing that. Today is Monday the 5th of August and I don't know whether this is going to take me 5 days, 30 days, 200 days, I don't know. Given timescales and family issues and working, I'm going to try and complete it in a week. Now, obviously, I'm having to rely on postal services and stuff being delivered to my house, so I don't know if that's going to be possible. Over the last few days, I've been thinking how I'm going to make this video, what's the best structure to use, and I've come up with a solution. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving you an objective at the beginning of a timestamp. So, for example, today's objective is going to be empty the contents of the trailer. Anything that isn't fastened down is going home. Bedding, food, burners, anything that I've got in there. I've brought bin bags, I've brought a few boxes, and yeah, I'm just going to crack on and do it. Now, I may put a minute's worth of footage of me doing this, and that's about it. This project is going to go on for a while, so there's going to be quite a lot of objectives throughout this video, and I want to keep it as short as possible, and I'm sure you guys don't want to see me painting it or, you know, putting stuff in boxes or getting my bedding out. You all know how I'm going to be doing that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this bit here, as I say, today, Monday the 5th, August, emptying the contents of the trailer. Right everybody, 25-30 minutes have gone by roughly. Kitchen is all but empty, all except a couple of cleaning products that I'm going to be using to wipe stuff down. But all the drawers are empty. You can see why I want to rebuild it there. And that one, apart from a few grains of rice and a few loose screws, empty. Still got the interior to do, but come and check this out. This kind of summarises why I'm doing what I'm doing. All except my Dutch oven and the Eco Zoom, which are just over there to the right. Check out that pile of stuff that came out of the kitchen. That is immense. I really need to streamline this and get it down to a more manageable weight, because that stuff weighs an absolute ton. So yeah, that kind of, sorry I've gone dead dark, it'll adjust in a second. That kind of justifies and explains why I want to do what I'm doing. Now on to the hard bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to pop that in the back of the hippo and then see how much room is remaining to put this stuff in, because there's extra covers and extra clothes up there in the cupboards inside the actual trailer. Right guys, still Monday, now around the back of the house, so a good few hours later. I've been through and sorted out all the gear I brought back from the trailer. I've not gone back for a second journey just yet, so all the bedding and everything still remains. I thought I'd crack on with the new roof rack. So this is a roof rack off a van that I've managed to buy in quite cheap, which I'm really chuffed with. Already off camera, I have quickly cut a section off because it was about 10 foot long, and I only need 8 foot, as the trailer's only 8 foot long. So now it's just under 8 foot by about 2 inches. I've got this bit which I'm going to kind of attach to the uprights, these bits, but at the back end, that's going to be the back end, and that's so the solar panels can sit on. And this bit here is just scrap. So that is basically what I'm on with. Good morning everybody and welcome back. Different day for me, same day for you. Wednesday the 7th of August now. Had a bit of a busy day yesterday, so I couldn't get down and do anything to the trailer. Today though, I've come for more or less the full day. I brought a plethora of tools that you will see down there, ranging from hammers, crowbars, the lot. I need to finish, I don't know if this is going to focus, but I've got to finish it, unloading the interior, take that home. and I'm going to start ripping the kitchen and the interior out basically. I need to get it back to a box as soon as possible because my house is starting to look like a storeroom now. I mean, I took that first load and it's in my living room and in my kitchen. I did manage to sort it out. Other news is the roof rack is ready, it just needs painting. So I need to get a coat of paint on that. The paint arrived this morning, which is why I'm here. I waited in all day yesterday for deliveries and stuff. Bit of a wasted day really. But nevertheless, I'm going to quickly crack on. I'll bring you back again periodically throughout my adventure here. Right, 15-20 minutes later, I've taken a load of screws out, so all these are ready to pull out. Just quick and easy. I've decided to start on the kitchen because it's already empty, and I've not brought any food or drinks with me, so I'm going to have to nip home. So the idea was I'll load the car up with the stuff in the cab, and I'll take that home and I'll get some food a little bit later on, then come back and start ripping out the interior. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. Yo, we're back. Look where I am. I'm in the trailer. Right, I've completely stripped it out. It's now back to a box, apart from the flooring and some carpeting that's still on the walls that I'm going to leave. Yeah, we're back to its box form. I am just going to nip home, pick up some sealer, pick up a dustpan and brush, and I might even go to a DIY shop and pick up some wood as well and start building a frame. Now then everybody, a good few hours later, basically I've sealed all around that backboard, or resealed should I say, because I had to cut a few bits out, so I've had to reseal. I've resealed both outside and inside, and those two bits of headboard or old bed are just there holding it up in situ. And what I've started doing, as you can see here, is I've started building the frame. So on this side, this is basically the polystyrene that my fridge came in. So it's a good footprint and a good representation of what the fridge is gonna be like, if you will. Saves me carting a heavy fridge back and forth. It's about 2 foot high, so it's going to end there. And it's going to be on sliders. It is going to be raised ever so slightly, and it's going to be on sliders, and it's going to come to here and probably balance on there perfectly, and then slide back in. That's where the fridge is going to live. I might put something along there to stop it sliding out in transit on the sliders, which I don't think it ever will, but just in case. Here, along here, and up to here, up to this batten here, is going to be board. So all this is going to be flat board. This here is going to be a double cupboard. It's going to be a batten down the middle, 2 cupboard doors opening outwards, and it's a lot shallower on this side than it is on the fridge side. The fridge side is a lot deeper. When I first spoke to Rich, he was talking about having this space here utilised. I think I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to utilise this space, but it's coming on. I'm really happy with the first proper day's work on the trailer, if you will. Alright guys, thanks for joining me today. I'll fetch you back in a few seconds when it's going to be tomorrow for you guys. Right everybody, back at the trailer, Thursday the 8th of August. Basically just going to tie off some loose ends today because I'm a bit pushed for time. I'm going to put in a few battens just here and down there. And hopefully I'm going to repurpose some of this plywood that I took out from the units yesterday. I've brought you back quite a lot later in the afternoon. 2 hours longer than I wanted to be here, to be honest. But I got so engrossed in what I was doing, it just time flew. Got quite a lot of progress done, tied off all these loose ends I was talking about, and then some. I will bring you back tomorrow and discuss, but it has actually come on quite a lot. Pantry's almost done, just need to line this bit, need to get the counters on tomorrow, need to get the base of the unit in, which is why this is sat here. And then just start the walls and the cladding and stuff, and just get it all looking a bit more tidy and a bit more like a kitchen. On that note guys, I'm going to leave this section just here and I will fetch you back in a few seconds. Morning everybody, Friday the 8th of August around 10 in the morning. Today's plans are just to get the kitchen as far along as I possibly can. I'm still waiting for some stuff to be delivered through the mail, so I can't finish it effectively, but I can get it as far along as I can. So I'm hopefully going to have the drawer in, I'm going to have all the sides on, and it's going to be looking a lot more complete and a lot more like a kitchen. The only thing that I won't be able to do is the coverings. But yeah, that's as far as we got yesterday. Let's try and get you a few good angles. I've got a few of the sides on, heavy duty sides. I've got the front on the pantry just there. Yeah, and that's about it. But as I say, I'm going to get the kitchen moving now. I've come nice and early so I can get a lot of progress today. Get it moving, get sides on, get as far gone as I can, and then start on the bed. I will fetch you back a little bit later on when I've got a bit more progress. Now then everybody, brought you back at the end of the day. It's now just coming up to 6 o'clock, so it's been a busy old day for me. I went and got Andy's van first thing, so I had a plethora of tools to my disposal, and I've really made some really good progress, to be fair. There's a few bits to straighten off. I made these doors out of offcuts of wood, so they're not perfect, but they'll do for what I'm going to use for. I am going to put a little bit of trim over the top, and you'll never know that they're not straight. Not really bothered about that. Then you've got the inside of the cupboard with the shelf going along the top. Obviously this is all quite thick wood, so it's going to be load bearing. And they shut. This is where my fridge is going to go, where my Coolmaster fridge is going to go, that you've seen in another video. This just pulls out, so it's on runs, and then it'll open up. Counter is just a temporary counter until I can get an offcut of a kitchen, a hardwood kitchen countertop. Everywhere I've looked online only does it in 3 metre lengths. I only need 1.5 metres by about, I don't know, it's about 1/3 of a metre that way. But I don't need much at all, so I'm not going to spend £150 on 3 metres when I don't need it. So I'm going to find an offcut somewhere, or I'll make something else. And inside, just looking at the back of it, this is what it looks like. Don't know if you can see that. Let me flip my screen around. Move the light in a bit further. There you go. That's the inside of the fridge area, and over there is the inside of the cupboard. I've put in a shelf, so valuables, phone, keys, wallet and stuff can go on there at the end of the night, so you know it's safe. It's above you. It's not by the door, so somebody could pull open the door and steal your stuff. It's right above the bed. We've got some storage space under there, and we've got entry into the pantry just over there. So yeah, that is it in a nutshell. That is where I'm at. Tomorrow I'm going to be back, so I can start planning the bed. I'm going to start planning the bed area. I don't know whether I'm going to use the existing bed or whether I'm just going to go out and buy a complete new bed. But I have got loads and loads of carpet coming, so I'm going to be able to line everything and make everything look uniform, as well as loads of vinyl coming for the kitchen, because the kitchen's going to be I know it looks a bit of a mishmash of wood colours at the moment, but it's all going to be lined in grey vinyl. Well, most of it is anyway. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I will bring you back tomorrow when we're looking at the bed and measuring up for the bed, and hopefully we'll start building the bed. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy all. Hey everyone, just got to the barn, Saturday the 8th of August today. Had a few deliveries. I've had the carpet lining, which hopefully matches the same colour that's in there. It looks quite promising, to be fair. And I've also been to a timber yard, and I've bought a load of timber to start making the bed, just in case anything didn't arrive. But as it happens, something has arrived. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip the contents out dead quick, because all the tools and everything are stored in there, and I'm going to start lining the walls with carpet, lining all the interior with carpet. I'm then going to hopefully get a little bit of time to start making the bed, tie off loose ends in the kitchen, ready for vinyl wrapping it. And that's it. I don't know how positive today is going to be and how much progress we're going to get through, because we're having storms in the UK today. There's horrible blustery winds. A few parts of the country have been without power, etc, etc. If it starts blowing hurricane over the barn, I'm out, because this place is ready for falling down, and I don't want to be in it when it does. But yeah, that's the state of play. Otherwise, I'm going to be here till 5-6 o'clock, as I was yesterday, and a few other days this week. Anyway guys, I'm going to bring you back again when I've done some progress. You don't need to see me spraying glue onto walls and cutting with a Stanley knife. It's all straightforward stuff. If you do want any more information on anything I've done, just leave me a message in the comments below. I'll answer you, I'll video call you, whatever way I can help you, of course I will. But besides that, I'm going to get on, do the jobs that I need to accomplish today, and I'll fetch you back a little bit later this afternoon when we've progressed. It's just coming up to 8 o'clock at night, and I have finished it, but you're not going to be able to see it because it's a little bit dark. Tell you what, I'll grab a light and I'll quickly show you through it now, so you know I've done it now, and then tomorrow I will show you around it properly. So that's the kitchen. I've beaded all the edges and I fitted in the counter. We're still waiting for vinyl to come, so I can vinyl the fronts and maybe vinyl the inside of the fridge housing just there. And finally, I've carpeted. But yeah, I'll show you around it properly tomorrow, because it's very late and my brother's just texted me to say my takeaway's arrived. So yeah, I'm going to clock off for now, and I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all very well on this Sunday. Okay, so it's Sunday the 11th of August 2019. I tried to film this little segment twice last night, but it started getting dark by about 8 o'clock because of the weather and the storm and whatnot, so I didn't have sufficient lighting to get it done. But I've just quickly brought you back at the beginning of the day just to show you the progress. Now, I trimmed all the cupboards because there was a dodgy cut behind this bit of trim here, so I've trimmed it all so it just fits in nicely, and I managed to find myself a pine worktop which just slots in perfect over the pantry and hides everything. Now I'm in two minds whether to cover that in grey vinyl or whether to burn it or whether just to leave it and just maybe stain it a little bit darker. I kind of like it the way it is. I like the wood effect. But the problem you've got is when you're cooking with gas and you've got the fat spitting, it tends to blemish it and stain it. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. I'm a bit undecided, but I'm just going to sleep on it a few more nights until I have decided and until the vinyl comes, and I'll see what colour that is, and I'll go from there. Now, I struggled on one bit yesterday. Basically, in the old kitchen, if you remember, there was two drawers. I got one of the drawers out and I found that it fitted perfect down there. Now, I was just going to leave that and put a Tupperware under, but I thought, well, if the drawer fits, we may as well just fit a drawer in there. Now, the drawer's in. I'm not going to be able to open it because the trailer's still full. I've literally just got here. But there's the drawer. It's working now. But it took me around 4 hours to fit. I've just noticed I need to stick that. About 4 hours to fit one drawer. That's because of the cramped space, the positioning of the runners. It was really, really awkward to get to. I wish I'd have thought of it before, because before I'd fitted everything, I'd have fitted it then. But yeah, about 4 hours to fit that, so it was a very, very late one. Now, I have carpeted all the inside. That's how it looks. I'll give you a quick pan. Now, there is a slight colour difference, and there is a join mark just here. Doesn't really bother me once you get the interior and once I get a few things in there. It's going to break it up nicely. Do you know what I mean? It's not a massive issue in my head. That doesn't bother me. And I didn't buy enough carpet to do the whole ceiling and all the walls. I just simply didn't buy enough. But yeah, on with today. I'm going to quickly sort all this out because, as I say, it was 8 o'clock. It was getting dark, so I just threw it all in there last night, and then we're going to start making a bed. But that's what I'm on with. I need to get this sorted now because if I take you over to the hippo, it's absolutely jam-packed. My house for the last week has been boxes in the kitchen, boxes in the living room. There's boxes everywhere of the contents of the trailer. I've sorted a lot of it out, but a lot of it still remains in the hippo. I've still got some wood for my slats on my bed. But my mattress is in there, all my bedding's in there. I've got some dog bowls in there. If I open the boot, you'll see all my oil lanterns and my water boilers and everything that was going to go back in at 100%, I've kept in the hippo. Everything that needed sorting, I've taken it home and I've sorted through. So yeah, I need to get the hippo sorted because there's a few of us. The family is going out today, so I need seating space because they ain't going to fit in the Defender. So yeah, I need to crack on and get this done today. So folks, I am going to, yeah, as usual, put the camera down, and I'm just going to beaver away and just try and get this sorted. As I say, start by emptying it, and then I'm going to start measuring up and cutting, and hopefully building some form of pull-out bed. Really, that's what I'm aiming for. One of those that slats intertwine and you can pull out. So it's a bench seat, and then you pull it out, and it becomes a bed. I've yet to decide the width. I've yet to decide the length. I'm about 5'8", so if it's about 6 foot, 6'2" is the standard length of a bed, I think I will be fine. But yeah, enough rambling. Time to crack on. Now then, people, welcome back. It's now Tuesday, the 13th of August. I didn't bring you back on Sunday. Well, I did, but I've scrapped it because I've changed my mind. And I didn't show you what I did yesterday, and I'm not going to show you that until I unveil the full trailer, which is going to be the video following this video. Now, the bed. Let's break onto the bed. The bed is there. It all pulls out. I'm hoping you can see this in there. It all pulls out. I did have slats on and I did have other things on, but I didn't like it. I also cut up the foam and I put the foam on and I didn't like it. So what I've done is I've taken the foam and the boards that I had on top of the slats, and I've taken that to an upholsterer, and he's making me some cushions. So that's my first confession. I'm not making the cushions myself. I haven't got a sewing machine. I haven't got the knowledge to sew it. I wouldn't know where to get them. Well, I'll probably order the material online, obviously, But yeah, I've been and seen an upholsterer. I did that yesterday morning, and he came up with a price for me, and I've just gone with it. He's making me 2 long cushions, one for the front, one for the back. When you push it in, one's going to become the bit you lean on, if you will, the back, and the other bit's going to be for your bum, what you sit on. But the bed's in, the bed's done. Pushes in, you just have to give it a bit of persuasion to lock it into place so it doesn't move during transit. Now then, later on Saturday, I did some work on the roof rack. I painted the roof rack, and I've added the bits for the awning, the new improved bits for the awning. With me, I'm going to start etch primer in the naked checker plate all around the vehicle. There's the box on the front, and there's the bit for the wheel arches. I'm gonna quickly, as I say, etch primer that ready for paint. I'm then going to start taking the awning off and some other bits off the roof, maybe the roof rack, ready for the new roof rack. And that is all today's plans. If I do get a chance, I will start putting some paint on. But again, I'll bring you back at the end of the day and I'll show you that. Now then, everybody's coming up to the end of my day. It's just coming up to 5 o'clock now. I'm going to finish with taking the roof rack off. One of the solar panels is in there. I've done a bit of painting today. I couldn't resist. I've painted my wheel arches. They were silver before. They're now black, as well as the box. I bought some etch primer and I've etched over it with the paintbrush, and then I've sprayed over it with the spray can, with the rattle can. Have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Now then, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Look how awful it is outside today. Absolutely snotting it down and blowing a gale. Right, today is Friday, the 16th of August. If you go back a couple of seconds in the video, you will notice that you're missing a couple of days. Right, let me bring you up to speed. I left you Friday, and I was taking stuff off. I was taking solar panels off. I was taking the old roof rack off, which is now sat over there, and I've cut it into bits so I can take it to a scrap dealer and get rid of it. That was Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, I came along, completely forgot to bring the camera. I'm not going to lie to you. It would have been a boring filming day anyway, because all I did was paint. I painted the trailer. Sorry, I was looking just to make sure it was in shot just there. Started off etch primer in my box and etch primer in the wheel arches, because they were bare alley metal, and obviously alley has to be etch primered in order to put paint over the top. I then painted them black. I then started cutting in. I had a few decisions to make, whether to keep this side black because it was black before, or whether to go the same colour as the sides. I decided to go green. And I went black on the back end. Now the reason I went black on the back end was because when the doors open, if I've not got awnings on and stuff, the roof is now black as well. So when it's all open, it looks uniform. It looks black right the way through. So when the drone's up and everything, you'll be able to see that, where it's all uniform and all black. So yeah, predominantly Wednesday, just all day, 9:30 till about 5:30, was just painting. In fact, I've still got to touch up a few little spots, which I will be cracking on with today. Right, then yesterday I was only meant to be here for an hour, so I didn't even bring the camera with me. I simply attached the roof rack to the top of the 90 with my son, and we were going to come and measure it up and make sure all my measurements were right and make sure it fitted. So we got here, we lifted it up, it was perfect. Within minutes it was up there. I thought I'd just bang a couple of screws in, just to hold it in place, then I don't have to bring TAS with me again, and I can just attach it myself. I wanted to put 4 screws in. 4 screws snapped. It was a nightmare, guys. I then had to go away, buy a set of vice grips, go and get my drill out one of the screws. Vice grips was enough for the other 3 screws, thankfully. And then we re-tapped it and we re-put the screws in. Now I've got screws on all 4 corners. I then posted a picture on Instagram of me and TAS actually stood on the roof rack to show how strong it is. I am going to put another couple of screws in the middle. One there and one on the other side, just for added security and just to make sure it doesn't shift. I'm also, as well as touching up paint today, I'm going to seal around where we've put these screws so no water can go in round the back and leak in. That's 2 of the jobs I've got to do today. Third job is put the screws in the centre, which I'm also going to do. Fourth job even, is I've got these hooks just here. If you've seen the trailer out and about, it's something I've not really emphasised on before, but they used to be down here, like this, from above. And basically, I have a skirt that goes around the bottom to stop air coming into the annex from underneath the trailer. And they're what I attach the annex to, through the little eyelets, and it just stretches and goes from one to the other. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to attach them up here in such a fashion. And basically, the way the new awning system is going to work, it's going to need a tie down point at this end. So it's just to keep it taut at this end of the trailer. And that's it, as well as a couple of other little jobs. That's basically what I'm going to be on with today. I might get up onto the roof and attach the solar panels and stuff. My battery's flashing because I've not charged this since, so I'm going to leave this section just there and I will fetch you back with an update over the weekend. Alright guys, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to the barn for the last day, for you anyway, not for me. Today is Saturday the 17th of August and that is looking almost this close to being ready. So basically yesterday, fastened this down and it was sturdy before, but it's so much more sturdy now. I mean, when I shake that, it shakes the whole trailer now. Solar panels are in place again. Very, very sturdy, going nowhere. I've also put this bit of material that was here before. I put it along the top this time. That's just to stop the rain when it's coming in that way, splashing in under. Now, I've got a few more plans for that, which is just over in the hippo at the moment, that I will be doing shortly. Now, I say it's going to be your last day because I want to leave just a little bit for the reveal video. There's no point in me showing you everything in this video because there'll be no point in you coming back for the next video. Because it's going to be the grand opening with all the sides on, with the awnings on, etc, etc. But today's plan is just to kind of finish a few little bits off and start some other bits. I mean, I've attached a couple of the hooks. There's one there, very sturdy, shakes the trailer when you grab hold of it. And I've attached another one there. I've still got to put one on there, on this side, and I've got to put a couple of screws in here. That's just to stop the vibration when you're driving, obviously, because the roof rack is quite substantial, if you will, and it will vibrate when we're doing 50 down the motorway. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be on with today. There's a few other little jobs in the kitchen and stuff that I need to get on with, but as I say, I'm not going to show you that. I just want to save a few little bits, and they are really little. You've seen 90% of what I've done. I'm just saving the 10%, just finishing off little bits and bobs really. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be on with today. But as I say, thank you for joining me. I know this is going to be about a 25-minute video. It's quite long, and I appreciate you sitting all the way through it. If you have, don't forget to do the old thumbs up and leave a comment below. It just helps the channel grow, and it pushes YouTube to start promoting my channel a little bit more. Which again, yeah, it's what we need. It's the end game, I suppose. So yeah, if you could leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, either way, I'm not asked. It's all interactions. And leave me a comment. Again, positive, negative, what you think I should have done better, what I could have done better, what you would have done if it was yours. Any comments like that, I greatly appreciate. And it gives me ideas for the future. But yeah, thank you for coming along for this video. Stay tuned. A week or two, I will have the next video out. I'm thinking towards the end of August, I'm going to go film the video. So possibly the beginning of September, the video will be out. So yeah, I'll hopefully have another couple of videos in between of odds and sods. Not this though. But again, thank you for joining me for this. I realise it can be a little bit boring sitting through, which is why I filmed it the way I did. More of a diary rather than actual me roller in the side of the trailer. That would have been boring as crap for you all to watch. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on and I'm going to crack on and do a few more little jobs. I've been walking around, so you'll have picked up a few things that I'm going to be doing today because I've got stuff on the floor all around me. But again, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for all the positive comments in the last video. Really appreciate that. And yeah, we'll see you very soon, guys. You all take it easy.